Hi everyone, welcome back. In today's session, we are going to learn about conditional statements in Java. Conditional statements allow our program to make decisions, just like how we make decisions in real life. For example, if it is raining, I'll take an umbrella. Otherwise, I won't. That's exactly how conditional statements work in Java. What are conditional statements? Conditional statements are used to control the flow of the program based on certain conditions. So, in simple terms, they help us check whether something is true or false and then design when code should run and what code should run. There are three types of conditional statements: if statement, if else statement, if else if ladder, switch statement. First one is if statement. If statement is the most basic conditional statement in Java. It checks whether a condition is true. If the condition is true, this block of code will run. If the condition is false, Java will just skip it. This is the syntax. If within if will pass the condition. Here is code to be executed if condition true. Normally the condition is a Boolean expression. It must result in true or false. Code block is a set of instructions that runs if the condition is true. Here if the condition inside the if statement is true, then only the block of code inside the curly braces will be executed. Let's take one example. If you are 18 or older, then you can vote. Otherwise, you can't vote. Based on this, let's create one program. Go to Eclipse. Let's create a new package. Let's create a new class called age. Let's create one integer variable int age equal to, let's assign a value equal to 20. We are going to use if statement if within the parenthesis we are going to pass a condition. Age greater than or equal to, if age greater than or equal to 18, within curly braces we are going to pass condition. If our age is greater than or equal to 18, that person is eligible to vote. So let's print you are eligible to vote. Let's keep this inside main method so that we can run this program. Let's run it. So we got the output as you are eligible to vote since the age is 20. Let's change the age into 9. Now let's run it. Here now we are not getting any output. The console window itself not opening because there is no statement. There we just gave only if condition. There is no condition after this. So here the condition is age greater than or equal to 18. Since we have initialized the age equal to 20, the condition is true. So Java prints you are eligible to vote. If we change the value, now you can see it's not printing anything. So if you think about a real life example, say it's raining. Okay, if it is raining, then you take an umbrella. If it is not raining, you don't take an umbrella. So the umbrella action happens only when the condition is true. Next, if else statement. It is the next condition after its statement. It gives us two options, which means it has two blocks. If the condition is true, one block runs. If the condition is false, then the other block runs. Here you can see we have two blocks. If the condition is true, this block will be executed. If the condition is false, else block will be executed. Here you can see runs if condition is false, runs if condition is true. Take the same example. Here we have already added if condition. Let's add else block as well. Inside else block, we are going to print. You are not eligible to vote. Let's run it. Since our age is 9, we got our output as you are not eligible to vote because now the statements inside the else block was executed. So if the condition age greater than or equal to 18, since our age equal to 9, the condition is false. So the else block runs. You are not eligible to vote. If age is equal to 20 like before, then this block would have run instead. So to understand this better, I'll give you one more example. Let's create one more class called odd or even. Normally, if the number is divisible by 2, it is even. Otherwise, it's odd. Based on this, we are going to write one code to find the given number is odd or even. Let's create one variable, integer variable, number equal to, let's say, 5, and we are going to give condition inside if statement if number modulo 2 equal to 0, then if this condition is true, it should print even number, else it should print odd number. So let's see here. Here the number equal to 5. Our number variable value is 5. Here we are going to apply 5 modulo 2. So you know already the modular operator will give the remainder of the value in a division. So here the remainder will be 1, which is not equal to 0. So this condition become false. So this will give us the output as odd number. So 5 is odd number. If it is 0, it will give you the value even number. Let's run it. It's odd number. So in real life, think of if else block as a traffic light. If the light is green, then we can drive forward. Else, if not, if it is red, we have to stop. Only one action happens depending on the condition. If else, if ladder, it is used when you have multiple conditions to check, not just true or false. This program will check each condition one by one from top to bottom like a ladder. If a condition is true, that block runs and the ladder ends. If none are true, the else block. If it is present, it will run. The syntax you can see here. If there is one if condition block, the condition one, and again else if block, where we are pausing condition two. And if nothing is true, just both conditions are not true, then else block will be executed. There is more conditions. You can add more else if blocks. Let's see an example class called marks. Let's go to Eclipse. create one class name called marks. Let's consider one integer variable marks and assign value 72. If marks greater than or equal to 90, then grade A, let's print grade A. So, to pass next condition, what we have to do is we have to use else if block. Else if marks greater than or equal to 75, grade B. So we have assigned 72. Let's give one more condition. Marks greater than or equal to 50, then grade C. If all these conditions become false, then else this out of fail. We'll print fail. Okay. So based on this, we have initialized 72 to the marks variable. So based on this, we should get grade C. Let's run it. We got grade C. So if marks equal to 72, first condition greater than or equal to 90 it should be false. Second condition greater than or equal to 75. This will also be false. Third condition greater than or equal to 50. This will be true. So we got the output grade C. It's like checking your exam result. If you got 90 plus, it's A. If you got 75 plus, it's B. If you got 50 plus, it's C. Else you're failed. Otherwise, let's consider that you're going to one ice cream shop. You're ordering at an ice cream shop. If you want chocolate, you will ask the person, shopkeeper, give chocolate. Else, if you want vanilla, give vanilla. Else, if you want strawberry, give strawberry. Else, if you don't want any flavors, just give plain cone. Only one choice is picked based on your condition. If ladder is perfect when you want to handle multiple options step by step. Last one is switch statement. This switch is like an alternative to the if else if ladder, but it works best when you are checking the value of a single variable against multiple fixed options. Instead of writing many if conditions, you can write a neat switch statement. This is your syntax for switch statement. Here we have switch. Inside this expression, we have multiple cases. Case for case value 1, case value 2. Inside this first case, we have to write our code and then break. Then again, in case value 2, we have to write some more code, then break. So none of the case matches, then we can go for default. So let's create one example class called week. new class week. Let's create one integer variable day equal to 3. Let's say 3. Which so inside this switch, we have to pass this variable name day, and let's say our case is case 1. Here, let's write some code. If it is case 1, then it will print Monday. Because first day of week is Monday. 1 break. Let's add two more case. Case 2 should print Tuesday. Case 3 Wednesday. Break. If none of the cases are true, then inside default, we don't have to use curly braces inside case. Remove this. Default statement will be invalid day. So what we are doing here is first we are initializing a value for the variable day. Inside switch condition, we are passing the initialized variable name day, and we are passing first case value as 1. If we pass this variable name day inside the switch, this variable will take the value of case 1. This will be passed to this, and this will be, if it is case 2, this will be passed to this one. This will take the value of this case 2. If it is 3, if the day is 3, then it will take this value and print this Wednesday. Case is 1, then it will print Monday. Then we are applying break and we are going to next case. Since here day is 3, it will print case 3. Okay, let's run it. See, we got Wednesday. So what you can do is, you can think one example like, let's say you are going to one restaurant. Think of menu card in a restaurant. If you choose one, first menu, first option, you will get pizza. If you choose two, you'll get burger. If you choose three, you get pasta. So if your choice isn't on the menu, you get invalid choice. Yeah. So if check one condition, what happened is if statement will check one condition. If else one condition, two possible outcomes. If else if multiple conditions but one output. Which statement will give you? This will use when you have many fixed options. So that's all about conditional statements in Java. They are super important because they make your program smart and dynamic. So in the next session, we'll move into loops in Java, another exciting concept.